One of the main things is everybody, all the staff members and students are expected to wear masks all day. Some staff members might additionally wear a shield. Obviously, our campus, along with schools all over the U.S., we're also offering distance learning as an option. We understand some students maybe, or their family members, have increased risks for the COVID-19, and we just want to make sure everybody is as comfortable as possible in the best setting as possible. Also, we're limiting hallway movement. Classes will mostly stay in their classrooms, so the art teacher or the music teacher will be coming to their rooms instead of going to the other rooms. Meals will be served in classrooms also this year instead of going to the cafeteria. And then also water fountains. We've turned those off in the school, which sounds odd, but every classroom has a sink in there, so students are encouraged to bring their own water bottles to keep at the desk, and then they can fill them from within class if they want to. All staff members, when they get to school in the morning, they'll have their temps checked, same as students. As students are getting off the bus or leaving their vehicles from driveline, we're checking temperatures for everybody. Our main point with the temperatures is anything over 100.4, that's a flag for us. If it's a staff member, they'll be sent home immediately. If it is a student, we'll gather that student and all of their siblings at school. We have what's called a quarantine room, which is just a separate classroom that we've set up to keep those kids quarantined, basically, or apart from the rest of the student population, and then parents will be required to pick them up. Also, we're not having any visitors in the school. If parents are coming to bring stuff in, they'll just be in the office, in the front office. They won't be allowed in the back where all the hallways and kids are at. Teachers are also, I should say, going to have thermometers in their classrooms so that before they do lunchtime, they can do another quick temperature check. And then also if kids are, seeming kind of off for that or complaining that they don't feel good, they can check throughout the day too. Again, instead of sending them down to the nurse's office and spreading all that air around. We're going to make sure that we have strong policies in place and procedures in place for doing cleaning in the classrooms and the hallways and the bathrooms, all the touch services every day. All the classrooms, whether they have an individual desk or the desk that seats two, they'll either be spaced, or we've also made dividers that can split the desk in half, just so that there's not as much interaction with the student who might have to sit at the same desk as you. Families will really have a big part. I think for the most part, our kids look up to us as parents or as older siblings. So it's really important for those adults or older people in the household when you're out in public with your kids to make sure that you yourself as an adult are modeling good mask wearing, making sure that the mask is always covering the nose to the chin. You shouldn't have your chin showing and your nose shouldn't be poking out either. That's a big thing. Also encouraging good hand washing. It's important for those kids, especially those little ones that we have, to remember, even though they think soap is so terrible, it's important to make sure that they're washing their hands well, using soap, getting those bubbles going. That'll be a big thing. Another point I would say too would be to make sure kids have some extra masks with them in their backpack, either in a baggie or a container of some kind. Accidents happen, or if they have a sneeze or something, nobody wants to wear a mask that's dirty for any reason. And then making sure also that those masks get washed every time that they're used. So if they use them at school for the day, they should have a different one to wear the next day, or to try to wash it that night if they need to, even if it's in the sink, just to help make sure that we're minimizing any of those germs or bacteria that might be on there. Another thing I always encourage families to do, no matter what season it is, COVID or not, flu shot's important. That's going to help give families a little bit extra security with immunity. So very important, get the flu shot if you're able to. A lot of the symptoms that they say are related to COVID-19 are very similar or have overlap between a regular common cold or the flu. So we really need to stress this year, especially if your child has any symptoms, whether it's a runny nose or they've been coughing a lot during the night or complaining their stomach doesn't just feel good. We really need parents to make sure they're keeping their kids home and not sending them to school like they maybe normally would. We understand that that can be kind of stressful for families, but we need to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to keep our community safe too. I know myself and all the other staff here, we've been busy at school this last week and a half so far, getting everything ready, making sure we have all of our cleaning equipment set up and extra masks in classrooms if needed. No, we're really excited to get back into a normal school routine, and we've all missed that.